Before we start actually getting our data from Firebase, I'm going to make a few changes because first of all, we need an access point from a user to his root folder, right? So the goal is going to be when I log in with a certain user, I'm going to grab the root folder, just the main folder inside my system for that user. And then when I'm in that folder, I can click and then I can go and grab a random folder and click and grab a new random folder from Firebase. Of course, not random, but the specific one that's clicked, right? But I need some kind of way to access the first folder for that user, and that's going to be my root folder. So I'm going to add a new property on user called rootFolder, and I'm going to for now just hard code it in here for my user, and I'm going to just use this folder right here because that's already set up with a few subfolders and files and stuff like that. So jumping into my user right here, I'm going to, on my user, I'm going to add a new field, and I'm going to call it rootFolder. That's just a name that I picked, and that's the UID for that root folder now. So this guy now points to this specific folder right here so that I can actually go and grab that folder later on. Sweet. Now I need this property inside my code as well, right? So let's jump into the code and let's start modeling this system right here. So jumping into my user right here, I'm going to add a new property called rootFolder right here. And that's just, I think it should just be optional if I want that. I'll add it as a string right here. There we go. So now we have the root folder available. Sweet. Now using that root folder right here, I actually want to go into my file as well because, my folder as well, because I don't have a way right now on my interface to identify a folder. So I need a UID here, right? I need a unique identifier. And of course that's already available in Firebase, so it's just adding it inside my model as well, and I'm done. I also need a unique identifier for the file later, so let's just add that as well since we're in here anyway. So now we've kind of set all of this up. So now that we added UIDs to file and folder, we need to go and fix that inside our albums list where we're kind of creating these dummy data right here. And I'm just going to do it very simple. I'm just going to add a UID and just put the default value to 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to reuse that same UID all the way through my crap data right here. Remember again, this is just dummy data. It's just to kind of get my system up and running to show something in the system, right? So I really don't care what's in here. I'm just going to add these fake data right here. And it's just going to, of course you should never use, a unique identifier should kind of be unique, so you cannot just go in like I'm doing right here and just add 1, 2, 3 to all unique identifiers. But very soon we're going to start using Firebase, so I don't really care about these dummy data and they will be gone when we get to that point. There we go, so now all of this is saved. Let's just see if things are still running in here in our app. We still have all the data available, sweet. So that's it for this lesson. See you next lesson where we'll work even more of this greatness. Have fun.